Oh. That I got. Go ahead, Law. Oh, are you playing it or no? I'm unmuted.
Yeah,
I'm in Joe's box.
I can play it. You want me to play it right now?
Yeah.
All right, hold on.
Dixie, if I fucking did something, I would say I did it. But I didn't make no fucking account. At this point, Alexis could hit fucking rocks and flip flops.
That's why you lost your TikTok shop ability on that account. And according to that, even if you try to do promos on the other ones, you won't be able to because it's across the board. Who did that? They took. When I tell you this, I'm here 100%. I do not know who did it. All I know, this is what you told me. I was on the phone with them for like an hour or something. Kells didn't go to bed. And Jen told me this when Kells was not on the call. It was on Instagram or whatever. Kells was dead, but she didn't hear that part of it. But Jen said, because I reached out whenever you came online the other day and said your TikTok shop was attacked. I was like, what the fuck? I have a friend. I told you my friend Shelly, that's from Alabama. She has an agency. And sometimes she does promo stuff. She does it for like the veteran stuff, like the coffee, whatever that shit. She's on that side of it. So I reached out to her. I said, hey, I need to ask you a question. She said, yeah. I said, you need to check out shop stuff still, right? She goes, yeah. And I said, can your account be taken down if somebody's reporting your content, like reporting your videos? And she goes, I don't know. I said, can you ask your agency? And she goes, yeah. She said, I have a friend that works for TikTok. And I was like, can you ask? And she said, yeah, I can ask. She goes, why? She said, well, did somebody try to get you? I said, well, you know, I don't do promotions on TikTok. I said,
what happened?
What happened what?
I'm not talking to you. What happened? Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
I hear you.
What happened?
I have no clue.
Me neither, but just from the little bit, from what I heard, was definitely the opposite.
Who fucking said?
She got tired and went ahead and went to bed, and then that's when we started talking about it. And that's a fucking lie, because Kels was in the call when we were talking about it. That's a fucking lie.
I was, because she was talking about asking that agency friend of hers to find out something about it, and yeah, that's a fucking lie.
I mean, it seems like that's all that's come out of her mouth.
Because because they were watching Joe's live train and and all them. I'm sure they were watching, and they were hearing what I was saying about Alexis didn't have the same energy she had in that phone call with me and Kels last night. She didn't have that same energy, I bet you, when she was fucking talking to Train or in that box just a little while ago. She was only telling half truths. She wasn't saying that she thought, she told Kels and I both that she thought in her heart, no, not thought, she knew in her heart a week and a half ago that account was Train. We had our own theories and thoughts and whatever about it, but we never messaged her. We never said, oh, Alexis, because we knew her relationship with Train, and we weren't going to be the ones responsible for something happening with that relationship. But she goes and tells Train and acts like we're the ones that put it in her head that account was her. We never said that. We never said that. And we've sat on this and known. We've all known. And even the 6 people that were in that Discord call, when we watched the live and we all talked about it, none of the 6 of us that were in that fucking call went to Alexis with any of it. None of us. But she wanted to insinuate that we're the ones that told her it was trained. And that wasn't true. That wasn't true.
I have had a personal conversations with Alexis, and I'm not going to go into depth with it. I don't do that. However, we did have a personal conversation, and she never once mentioned train to me. And that's what I told you earlier. She blamed somebody else. Wasn't Tara. So I was confused. I'm still fucking confused. This whole thing.
Right, and then so after with her accusing somebody else 2 days ago, when we were last night in the box, and she was saying something about she knows who that account is, or has an idea out of out of 3 people, and I said, well, don't say it on here. Message me who you think it is, and she messaged me, Grow, Jess, Grow, Train, and Lala were the 3 names. So what she told you 2 days ago, that person's name wasn't even in the list she gave me.
Well,
wasn't even in the list she messaged me last night.
When we discussed it again, and I don't want to get into detail, but when we discussed it, and she said, and I said, yeah, I remember that account. I did. I came right out and I said it. I said, who you think it is, Tara? And she said, absolutely not. I mean, and look, I ain't got nothing to gain or nothing to lose. I mean, I like Alexis. I ain't gonna sit down here and drag the girl. I like her. I have nothing bad to say about her. I'm just confused. I'm listening to bits and pieces while I unpack. However, I did text her and ask her, because I asked her, I was confused. I'm still confused. I haven't gotten a response yet about who she told me she thought it was. But look, I'm gonna say it on here. I don't give a shit who's listening. I don't trust any motherfucking body. I don't trust any of them. Look, if you're gonna record my ass, fuck you, straight up. I'm just gonna say that. So that's just some shady shit. But I just thought her and Train were cool. So I'm confused about that. Whether she listened to y'all or not. She was dogging the fuck out of you, Jen.
It any way she wants to spin it, but then Train and Lala's in that live talking about Jen manipulated Alexis. No, baby, Alexis was manipulating Train. That's, if anybody was manipulating anybody. Alexis knew what the fuck she was doing when she was telling Train. She didn't tell Train all the shit she told me and Kelly. I promise y'all she didn't say all the shit she was telling fucking me and Kelly.
Damn, I wish
Why
I was
not?
last night.
That's what we said. I wish to fucking God. I don't record conversations. I just don't. But I wish to God I would have. I wish to
I was
God
awake
I would
last
have.
night, just so I could have been in on the call when you text me.
So when into the live, and I saying different bits and pieces of what was said, what Alexis said in that live, then she starts thinking like ain't nobody was trying to manipulate no fucking body. And then a Train and Lala saying in that fucking live about, oh well, you were vulnerable and that's why Jen reached out to you. Jen never reached out to Alexis, not one time. I've never talked to Alexis about Train until last night when Alexis brought it up. I've never went to her. So that was bullshit that they were saying in that fucking live, Train and Lala both. I never went to Alexis about nothing. Not one time.
Right, and everyone in the comments thinking this is all Alexis. Trust me when I say it's not just Alexis. Y'all, Jen's been being drugged on this fucking app left and fucking right by all of them. All of them. So it's not just Alexis. And she's in a live right now, but they're over there telling her that
Listen,
what.
they go. I've already said, Pickles. They gonna fucking find out. Listen, it's Saturday afternoon, 6:07 Central Time. Come Monday morning, when places start opening up, if I don't have an apology for the shit that was said about my fucking daddy today, or the shit that was said about my fucking mama, if I don't have apologies in my inbox before 9 o'clock Monday morning, I promise y'all want to see people go fucking real life? I'm going fucking real life.
Well,
you want to talk about tell Jen to whatever my imaginary dick and her blind daddy can't see it and whatever fuck shit. Jess, you want to say that fucking shit when I haven't been saying out here saying shit about you? You want to say that fuck shit about my fucking daddy? You about to find out, bitch. You want to see somebody coming after you and attacking your business? You about to find the fuck out. You about to find the fuck out. If I don't see a recording of a live of you apologizing publicly for what you said about my fucking daddy, bitch, I'm coming. I'm coming for your whole fucking business. And you know I can do it because you shared somebody's personal information, a customer. Baby, check your laws in your state. That's against the law. That's
Not
against
just
the law.
one. There was more than one.
There was several of them. We can shut that whole fucking business down. But we haven't been fucking with you, Jess. But you want to say that kind of fuck shit about my blind daddy? Bitch, I'm coming. I'm coming. The best thing you can do is get on there and apologize for what you said about my daddy. I don't give a fuck what you said about me. But you can best believe if you don't get on there and publicly apologize for what you said about my blind daddy, I will own your fucking business by the time I'm done with it. And don't think I don't have the money to do it, because guess what? You said it about my blind daddy who sold his fucking 4-bedroom house on an acre of land. He's got stacks of money in the fucking bank. You don't think I'll be able to come for you and your fucking business? Try me. You were wrong for what you said about my daddy. He ain't done fuck shit to none of y'all. Not a fucking one of y'all.
Listen, I'm going to put it out there real quick because I know they're listening. I don't like how they're coming for Jen, saying that Jen said something about Train's father when it was definitely me. It was definitely me. She got me in my feelings when she spoke on Jen's mom, while I was behind the scenes arguing with Jen because I fucked with Train. 100% Jen was not okay with it, and I stood my ground. That's who I am. I don't give a shit who likes it and who don't. Stood my ground as to the fact that I fucked with Train. I liked her, and I wasn't going to step away from her because of her and Jen's differences. But when she crossed that line, I did. I got in the box and said some fucked up shit. I immediately, not for myself, not for anyone else, but because of Tara and her own dad, I apologized. I had no right saying it, and I stand on it. I'm very sorry. I had no right saying it. I didn't need anybody to tell me. I was raised better than that. So with that being said, don't come for Jen for that. That was me. And as far as the speaking of the kids, that was said in the fucking comments. That wasn't said by Jen either. But y'all are sitting there and spinning this narrative that it was Jen. And it definitely, Jen wasn't even upset when you spoke about her mom. It was me. Jen told me to calm down. When you called us homophobics, once again, Jen wasn't upset. That was definitely me. I have a transgender child. And I'll speak on it. Jen would have dropped me out. I probably went live for the first time by my fucking self. But with that being said, come for the people that speak on it. I mean, you ain't gonna get too much of a reaction out of me.
And then just like when they trying to spin the fucking narrative about, because I'm letting somebody in my chat talk about her nephew and him being in the hospital, when that wasn't even a fucking, they're trying to spin the narrative the way they want. RT had just finished saying, Train said something about some test or whatever was going on with the nephew. And then RT had made the comment about, oh my God, what kind of hospital is that? I can't believe, they're just now doing this test or that test. So someone posted in the comments, maybe y'all need to get money together to get him in a better hospital. They put that because of what RT said, saying that hospital he's in was a shitty hospital. They weren't saying anything bad or negative about the nephew or the situation. They made that comment off of what RT had just said. And I posted that on the Reddit. You can hear RT say what she said. And then within a minute or two after, you hear them start saying about, I can't believe Jen's letting people say that in the chat about my nephew. They weren't talking about her nephew. They were talking about what RT said about that hospital being a shitty hospital and not doing what most hospitals do with trauma situations.
Right. And I know I was there, but regardless, what she said wasn't bad. What she said was not something that wasn't bad. I mean, I don't know. It wasn't bad. I wouldn't, even if RT didn't say that, it wasn't something bad. She should raise money to get her nephew into a better hospital. That to me is nothing talking bad about, I don't know, people. Oh, Lord.
That's good. They should be playing it over there since Alexis don't want to come over here and own what the fuck she did. And she's over there in Nicole's box. How about Alexis? Alexis, if y'all can hear me. Alexis, how about you tell Nicole what you told Kels and I in that call last night about all the fuck shit that you were getting from your friends and those people on that side because you were in the box with Nicole. How about you tell Nicole that part? Or, and what happened when you told us about you just want to be able to go and hang out with anybody and you like Nicole and you like being in her box? What the fuck did Kels and I say when you said that about Nicole? You should be able to go in Nicole's box.
Cool.
Tell Nicole what you told us you were getting from the other side. What were they saying when you told them about being in Nicole's box? I mean, if you're going to own it, you're going to be out here fucking owning it, then fucking own it. Own it.
Yeah, Nicole told her, Jen, that she didn't think that it was right that they blamed you for everything. And I mean, Nicole, they're trying to get through to her. And that's why I was confused because look, I mean, Train sat there and said what she was saying in that live to Alexis and then did all this. And I got a different opinion, so I'm just going to shut up. But I like Alexis. I'm not going to speak bad about the girl at all. I think she's being mind fucked right now, 100%. And Train just proved it. I'm just going to say
We
that.
haven't done, Joe, that's a lot of noise, Joe.
That's not Joe. That's my kid.
Oh, and we haven't, and this is what boggles my mind is because nobody has done shit to this girl. Nothing. Nobody tried to persuade her any kind of way. Nobody tried to, come over here on this side. Nobody tried to manipulate her. She was the one telling us she knows in her heart for the last week and a half that Train was that account. But then she's messaging you, giving you a whole different name. How about you tell them, Alexis, is Missy still in that box? Is Missy still in that box? How about you tell Missy who you were blaming for that account 2 days ago? 2 days ago, Alexis. Tell Missy who you were blaming for that account 2 days ago.
Right, because that's what confused me. That's why when you guys all said Tara, I'm like, wait a minute, that. And again, I've been off the app. I haven't really been on. I don't fuck with Reddit. Doing my own thing. But when you said that, I'm like, wait a minute. And Jen, what did I say as soon as I came into that call? That ain't who the fuck she told me it was.
Right. As soon as you got in, you were sleeping or off or whatever you were doing. You wasn't even part of the conversation. As soon as you pop in, and that's what we were talking about, that's the first thing that came out of your mouth. Wait, 2 days ago, she told me it was so-and-so.
Right.
And I'm like, what? Then why the fuck would she tell me and Kelly something totally different?
Right. And see, and I didn't know y'all had a call with her. And that's what I'm saying. That's why I was like, wait a minute. When I talked to her, she said, no, she didn't think it was Tara. That she had proof. I could have swore she said that it was this person. And I said, okay, that's fine, and that's all I told y'all. But I mean, so I'm fucking confused.
And then they got all that fuck shit going on in that live. Just like when fucking Jess was giving her sob story about, Nicole ruined my life 2 years ago. And I was kissing a girl on live and Nicole recorded it and posted a video and tagged my husband in it. And that day he left. Nicole ruined my whole life. What the fuck I said? No, bitch. Nicole didn't do shit. Because if your man was leaving that easily over something that small, he already had 1 foot out the door, baby. It wasn't Nicole's fault. It wasn't Nicole's fault.
She's in the chat, Jen.
Nicole, if she's owning it all, she can come over here and own it. We shouldn't have to chase her down.
Next time, call my phone, Kelly. Kelly should have called my phone last night at 2:30 in the fucking morning. I'd have woke up to that shit. Fucking send me a text. I ain't waking up to a ding dong or a bird chirping, whatever the hell it is.
I don't know what she's trying to do, but I'm gonna tell y'all this, and for anybody, just so everybody is clear, all of this goes back, going by Train's narrative about the Medusa situation. All of this goes back, according to her, to the Medusa situation. I felt left out. I was the one that brought it up and brought it to people's attention and said, hey, why don't we check on this? I felt left out. I did. I left the group chat. Done. It was done for me. I left the group chat. Y'all want to leave me out? There's no reason for me to be in the group chat. Done. Train and I talked after that. Then the t-shirt situation comes up. Train comes and gets in my box, makes it known how she feels about me going live about the t-shirt situation. I even got messages from Joe and her giving me her opinion about the t-shirt situation. I respected Joe and I respected Train's opinion, both. I still talked to Train after that. And then the interview with Joe's kids and that situation came up, and that was the last straw for me because they had been out there making their little small comments and taking their little jabs, and we weren't saying shit about nobody. We weren't saying nothing about nobody, but they kept
Wait,
taking
so
their
Jen,
jabs.
you see that? Nicole, I don't mean to cut you off, but Nicole just put in the chat. I'm guessing that's Nicole. I'm just letting you know she is in there owning it. Jen, she loves you. Train is trying to make her choose. So I'm gonna let you speak on that in a second. But Nicole, I find like if that's how motherfuckers love, they could take that love and run way over yonder. Because like that's not the kind of love that I want. Before Train's name even got brought up or anything, she was already in a box with Trailer Park Jess talking shit and trying to spin a narrative long before the recording of the phone call. And that's the only reason why she's owning it now is that because there's a recording. Because you can't go around and spin lives and all that stuff, you know what I'm saying? And think like, listen, I don't record people either, but put me in the chat and I don't trust you, I'm recording. You put me in a chat or call me and you want to talk some shit about my fucking best friends, I'm recording. Put me in a call and you talk shit about Jen, I'm recording. Like that's my experience from being in, and that's why I'm not in group chats. If I'm in a few with people that I know that I could trust with my life. Outside of that, I don't do it anymore, and I'm not going to because that is my experience. I sat in group chats with somebody for over a year, only to come to find out that she really didn't care for me or like me, and thought all kinds of horrible shit about me the whole time. But I was loyal as fuck and rode hard as fuck. I take accountability, turned myself into a person that I didn't even recognize on most days anymore. So I find that hard. I find that hard to believe if you say that you love somebody, love is not supposed to hurt. It's not supposed to. Love does not mean that you go out with lack of integrity and try to spin a narrative and say somebody manipulated you. Love is like, and I'm going to say it. What Jen did, her little petty ass trying to burn my damn shirt and me talking about her baseboards, that's love because it wasn't nothing real life and it wasn't nothing that we ever spoke about. You know what I'm saying? Like what we talked about. We threw daggers at each other, but nothing that could cut us deep. You know what I'm saying? Like that's different. What I did to Missy and what Missy did to me, that ain't love. That's not love. It's just not. What she just did, what Alexis just did to Jen and Kels, that's not love. So, I'm sorry.
I go over there and get in the box and talk to Alexis. Nicole, will you let me in your live? I mean, I don't know. I think Alexis is very confused. I think she got a lot going on right now and coming from, I mean, I agree with you, Joe. But at the same time, I think that 100%, I think that Tara's trying to get her against Jen right now. All right, I'm going to come over there real quick because she definitely told me somebody different. So I'm going to come over there. I'll be back, y'all.
All right. Well, so, and I'm sure somebody's recording that. I'm going to have to agree to disagree with Pickles because, and the only reason why, let me explain it. The
Wait, can
reason
I say
why.
something real quick, please?
Yeah.
And speaking about love and whatever, and saying shit when you mad and that kind of shit and whatever.
And her baseboards is clean. I love you, Jen.
So you can say things when you can say things all day long when you're mad, but doing it is a completely different thing. But you ain't gonna be out here fucking lying on me. You ain't gonna be out here lying on me.
I don't know if you did, but
I'm
you
just
see
gonna
that?
say
She's look.
Why can't I hear Joe?
I
the
think because
live,
J
the
Baby was trying to
live,
say something.
the live last night though, when Alexis was in that box praising Jen the whole fucking time, she took over the live. But now they're gonna go around and twist the narrative. Jen was nothing but supportive, and so was Kels. So to do this fuck shit isn't cool. And I'm literally a bystander, and I just watch. And I
You
do
know,
disagree with this because Jen was being genuine and she really cared.
And she said last night on the call that she appreciated our support and for coming to her and telling her, after she brought it up, And then today he turns around and spins the shit.
She 100% brought it. She brought it up, and then Jen said, "Send me the names that you got," because Jen wasn't going to send her what she thought. She had to send the names to her first.
Because I didn't want it to be spun. I didn't want to be the one to send her a name and it come out the exact way it did. I didn't want anybody to say, well, Jen put it in her head first. Jen said this or Jen said that. No, I told her, you send me who you think it is and don't do it on the app. Send it to me on Instagram in a private message. And she sent me 3 names, and those 3 names didn't have anybody's name in it that she told somebody else 2 days ago. And she sent me the names, and I said the one in the middle, the second one, because we had our own theory. We're allowed to have our own opinion and theory. We absolutely are. We absolutely are. And then when I said we need to do a call and get in a call, when we got in that call, she spoke for the first 30 minutes before Kels and I even said anything, saying about she knew in her heart who that account was. And she's been doing her own investigation on who it was. And I even asked her before we even said anything, what makes you think it's that person? What makes you think that? I wanted to hear her thought process and why she was thinking that it was Train. And she told us, like I said, she spoke for 30 minutes. And then that's when Kels and I said, after she was finished giving us her theory about why she thought it was Train, then that's when Kels and I started telling her our theory and how things went down and what it looked like to us. After she gave us her theory, we didn't try to manipulate anyone. Train out here talking about that's fucking manipulating fucking out here talking about manipulating people. Bitch, sit the fuck down. Go get your OF page. Yes, ma'am. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. She can't stand up for shit. She agrees with everybody. She's a people pleaser. She can't stand up on her own 2 feet. She just agrees with everybody. There was something not long ago when Train was talking shit, because they've been talking shit for the last week about Jen and True Crew and Train. There was something Train was talking about. God, what was it, Kel? She was talking about something. I sent something or said something or whatever, and she looks at and says something to Lala, and she's like, "Right, Lala? You remember when that was said?" And Lala's like, "Yep, I was there. I remember it."
I remember.
Her and Lala wasn't even talking at the time that was sent or said. Oh, with the screenshot. At the time all of that went down, Lala and Train wasn't even talking. So how the fuck Lala go sit in the box and talk about, yep, I remember that. Bitch, she was still riding with Missy. You and Train wasn't even friends then, Lala, but you remember that? But you, girl.
And if y'all pay attention long enough, you'll notice that Lala does that a lot. Like, it doesn't matter what the situation is, whoever's speaking about whatever,
I'm laughing because
Lala's gonna
that shit
say,
is so true. She do
Lala's
be
gonna
doing that.
say,
She's like, I remember that.
I remember that.